Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Let's make sure my mic is on. Trying to make sure my mic is on. Check 1 2. Let's see. And I will begin. I will begin. Let's see if my mic is on. It is on. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Welcome. This is my shirt, my new shirt, Hidden Tears. I'm promoting it. It's behind my book, The Hidden Tears of a Black Male. I'm about to go push myself out there, do other things to promote myself. I decided to do this particular video broadcast. I titled The Hate You Give, aka Thug. And I wanted to do a movie review. I intended to watch the movie several months ago, but I decided to do a movie review because I did a movie review on the Black Panther and I got some good positive feedback because the individual who had watched the movie didn't see the movie as I saw it. I brought a new insight and it was very well pleased. And they were going to watch it again in the mindset that I gave. So what brought my attention to The Hate You Give, I saw the preview several months prior to it coming out. And I wonder how was the movie going to end? Was it going to be factual? Was it going to be whatever? I just want to see the movie. That when I do go to movies, I want to learn something from the movie. Not just go to a movie as a form of an entertainment value concept. Just go, oh, I went to a movie and I really liked it. So I feel that when I go to the movie, I want to get something from the movie, as in, what are they telling me? What should I learn? And take it from there. And when I watched the movie several days ago, The Hate You Give, I was very drawn into the movie. I saw a lot of factual information. I'm by no means justifying anything and saying it's right. I'm not excusing people's behavior. I'm just picking the movie as in my movie review to give you understanding. And I realize that when you tell the truth, when you share truth with individuals, if it goes against what they think, what they feel, what they want, what they believe, what benefits them, they don't accept the truth. Because to accept the truth means that you have to change your way of thinking. When you accept the truth, you have to leave friends and family members alone. They won't have anything to do with you because you're not thinking group thought. You're not a part of what they're a part of. You have become a single man, a woman on the island that they don't want to even go to. And that's sad. We should be able to watch, listen to anyone and listen and see what they have to hear, what they have to say, apply it to what we think, what we know is the truth. But I must say, we are not like that. All of the messages I have given over the months, I always tend to apply them to me and what I went through and what I experienced. I'm not a woman. I cannot tell a woman how to have a baby, what to expect from a baby, only by the book that I read. But a woman who have gone through a birth can tell me, is more better to tell a woman what to expect and how to deal with pains and even a little pleasure when she think of the day will come that she'll hold a baby in her arms. So this message, the hate you give, is going to go beyond maybe an insight that you didn't even look at. I thought about it in my days as a police officer when I attended academy. I I think I recall maybe a vague memory where they talk about different races of people, on how to approach them, on what to expect. But it wasn't in a great detail as what I'm going to share now. So in this series of my movie review, everyone has an opinion, and just like me, I have one too. So I want you to listen to what I have to say with an open mind, an open eye, and get something from it. And if you like what you heard, then share it with your friends. You can come back to my webpage, my YouTube channel, The Hidden Tips of Black Male, and listen to the other videos. And I'm sure you're going to find something that you like, that you may have not known, or it may add to what you already know. And if you want to know more about me, you can go to my webpage, He Still Speaks Now Listen.org. He Still Speaks Now Listen.org. ORG. I promise you that you will get something from what I have put there. There's a time nothing happened by accident. Everything happened for a reason in our life. Prior to signing on, I was just checking my email and scanning through different web pages, and I saw an article, a news article. It's not a lie. It's not fabricated. It's not make-believe. It's not a prank. It actually happened. When I read the article online, I said, wow, this article story happened several days ago, or maybe today, that ties into what I'm going to share. So before I get into my message, I'm going to lay down a little bit of foundation about what I'm going to say, but I'm going to point out something, and I'm probably going to repeat myself over and over to certain things, not repeat myself to have nothing to say, but to repeat myself to put emphasis on some things. Nothing happened by accident. Nothing happened by chance. Everything happened for a reason. What I'm talking about today happened for a reason. The hate you give. The hate you give can come from many races: black, white, male, female, Mexican, Chinese, whatever. Everyone can exemplify hate depending on how they were brought up. How an individual have been brought up makes a great deal in how we behave. I must admit, when I watched the movie, I didn't think of it, didn't consider it what I'm about to share when I was a police officer. Yes, I know there are gangbangers, gangs, and people doing things they get arrested for. They break a law, they get arrested, and they go to jail. But how often we as police officers take into account, not justifying what the individuals are doing, understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, behave in a responsible way, and if they need to be arrested, arrest them. I can look back at times where I've caught individuals that had a little joint, a little bud, if you want to call it. I knew if I arrested that person, they would mess up their life, even if they had a criminal record. So in my past, I did grind it up in their face and let them go. I've approached a corner and saw marijuana in a green leafy material in a plastic bag, several feet and yards away from the group of individuals. Did I know who put it there? No. Did I ask who put it there? Yes. Did they say it was there? No, not really. Did I have an idea? Yes. Did I have factual information? No. So what did I do with it? I picked it up, filed it in the police, made a report, filed it into the property room. And then at times I just lift up the pin of the contents, lift, open the bag, and let it blow off into the wind and drive off into the sunset. So yes, I could say maybe getting someone who run a traffic sign or traffic light. Did I write a ticket? No. At times I did, and at times I didn't. At times I do my best to talk to an individual, explain why I stopped them, answer their questions, made them feel like they're someone, not belittle them because I'm a police officer. I spoke to them in a respectable manner. I recognize, I acknowledge, I show compassion, I educate myself and them. Individuals get in trouble because they don't know the law. They don't know what a police officer, why a police officer do what he do and acts the thing he acts. This is a big one. If you are approached by a police officer and you stop in a car, make sure your hands are visible. Answer the questions. If you have preconceived idea and belief because you were stopped before or you heard someone else was stopped, you watch television or whatever, don't bring that into your situation. Every situation is different. Answer the questions. Don't be argumentative. Don't be arguing and fussing and saying you're not going to do this and cursing and using your voice because you have set the tone of the whole traffic stop or approaching the corner. Listen and hear what has to be said. Yes, Officer Milton, I'm stopping you because I have a complaint. You're wearing the clothes that was put out on the radio. I just want to know what's your name, where you coming, where you going from. You got a name and ID. You show the name and ID. The police officer will run the check and see if you want it. If you've done something wrong, unbeknownst to the officer, he doesn't know that you have committed a violent crime or whatever back in the day or several days ago. You may think that he knows and you want to do something. And especially back to the hands in the pocket. When your hands are in the pocket and the officer asks you to take your hand in the pocket or let me see your hand, keep your hands visible. It's for the safety of you and the safety of the officer. I'll give you this one example. I was chasing in my patrol car at 4 o'clock in the morning a stolen vehicle. We drove throughout the city. He crashed the vehicle on the side on the corner. Those of you who live in Savannah on West Verona and Styles, the back street. He jumped out the car and I put out the reel where I was. I was chasing a black man. It was dark, partly lit it. Backyards. And when he jumped, I jumped the fence. He turned around at me, looked at me, raised his hand, and it was partly lit. He pointed at me and resembled like a gun. You know, a finger can look like a gun, you know, if you can look at that. And my thoughts say, shoot in the ground. So I fired my weapon in the ground. He said, oh no, man, you shoot me, you shooting at me. And he stopped. And I walked up to him, pat him down. Where's the gun? Where's the gun? I don't have no gun. Why do you raise your hand like that? His comment was, I thought if I raised my hand, you would think I have a gun and stop chasing me. And I said, I could have shot you. Back then, it wasn't no Black Lives Matter. It would be my life, his life. What if I had not listened to the thought? What if I had fired my weapon? On the news would be police officer shoot unarmed black male. And we know where that will go under today's climate. So there's reasons why a police officer asks you questions. Don't get in a fight out, verbal fight. Just listen, respond, and both of you all can walk away. So everything happens for a reason. And I had in my notes, I was going to talk about a white officer, a child, infant, growing up through the stages of life. They've been taught, maybe by their parents, about staying away from black people. They may have a bad experience going through school, may have been beat up, may have been bullied. Something may have happened to them. They may just have fear or unknown approaching another race of people because they may live on the other side of the tracks that we have heard. So thinking of that, then the individual went to school, see a lot of things, listen to music, see things on TV and radio about how black individuals behave. He built up that unconscious thought about how black people treat one another. And he grows up, go to school, go to college, get education. Some go in the military. Some even decide to, be law enforcement officers. So they go into law enforcement work and they're riding around with another officer, a trainer, and he or she is there to protect him, make sure he do things right, know the law. And when they pass a series of courses or tests or evaluation, then they're put out on their own. Then they're put out by themselves. When they are riding with he or she, they are comfortable, they're more relaxed. They got a partner they can rely on. But it's another world when you get out there by yourself. I remember my first time when I was put out on my own. That defined, is this job for me? But during the course, I remember when I was with the officer, we had to do something with a mental person, and they did not listen. And we were struggling in the back in the park and struggling in the front yard. And I was trying to do my best to handcuff this person. And the officer, my partner who was training me, said, "Officer Milson, don't let him bite you. Don't let him bite you. Because when a mental patient bite you anywhere, a finger or a chest or wherever, they're going to rip it off." And I said, wow. And it had me to think, is this job for me? And then when you get out on your own by yourself, when you have to stop a car for a red light violation or something to the effect, you're not going to know why you stopped that person. That person may have done something that you unknown to you. So when you get out your car and approach the person to begin to ask something, being a white officer, and I'm not picking a white officer because I have met and have worked with black officers that do not like black individuals or vice versa. So it's not always white officers don't like black people. There are a lot of black officers don't like black people and they behave in the same manner. Are you going to believe that black officers want to shoot black suspect? Do your homework. And you see it's going on also. But that don't make the news. What makes the news is a white officer doing something. And that's is the truth. So to go back to where I'm saying how the child was born and how what they was taught and what they was raised. So he become a police officer. Then he out there on his own. And when he meet someone bigger than him, he got two choices, not several choices. How he communicate. It's the escalation stage, a de-escalation. He must approach the individual with respect, acknowledge, show compassion, understand, be educated in the community, be educated within himself, know how to talk to people. Just because you wear a badge does not mean, do what I say, give me your name, what's your name? And the person, what are you talking about? What did I do? I don't have to say what I'm doing. You're in arrest. For what? Then the individual resists because they're upset because in their mind they didn't do anything wrong. Did they do anything wrong? By not, the officer should identify himself, even though he's in uniform. I did Officer Milton, San Police Department. I'm stopping you because you ran that red light back there. I didn't run it. Yeah, I did. You'd be surprised how the people respond. Yeah, I did it. I wasn't paying attention. Yada, yada kind of stuff. You're not white, black, male, female, older, elderly. I let them go. So, okay, go. Be careful next time. Be careful next time. When you are assigned to a certain area of the community, if you treat people with respect, and even if you treat people with respect and you arrest them, they're going to say, they're going to say, believe it or not, you arrest them on a fair and square way. What I mean by that? If I go up in the neighborhood and I see a bunch of people in the corner, and I stop and get out and say, why are you in this corner at 4 o'clock at night? And I see a bag or something appear to be marijuana or crack cocaine or whatever in the corner away from these individuals, And I said, you all in arrest because you are the person close to it. You're in arrest for possession of marijuana. I saw you put it down on the ground. Then you arrest the person. Then word gets out that you're a dirty cop because you arrested so and so, not knowing because they saw you pull up. They know that you had that they feel that you didn't see them put it there. And every time they know this kind of stuff. They're not ignorant or stupid. They know. So you get a reputation as a cop that locks, handcuff, and put people in jail quick. But when you start treating people the right way, even though if you caught them, fair and square. Same way when I had the opportunity to work in a maximum security prison, 12 hours of shift. One thing I know about the inmates, and they always say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. They say, you must have been in the military because I'm saying yes, sir. And I noticed that when I say yes, sir, I get that response like a shake and head like, wow, because I believe in treating people with respect. And then word gets around about me, my character, my demeanor, what I won't do and what I won't tolerate. And you have to be on your P's and Q's when I was one person watching over 120 people given, depending on where I'm at, not knowing why they're in there. Some people in there for life. Some people never getting out. Some people come and go. So I said, learn how to communicate in that environment. If I behave in a certain way on the street and I go into that environment, I'm not going to last long. So you got to educate, respect, recognize, and educate yourself in the environment you're in. If I'm in a predominantly Black neighborhood, how many people are going to start? That's white. I'm white. Very few if they're hanging out with other Black people. If I'm in a predominantly white neighborhood, how many people are going to start Black? Very few because they're going to be a predominantly neighborhood. So you got to think along those lines. People may think we have a quota regarding some of right 20 tickets. No such thing. I got so caught in my arrest, so many people. There's nothing about that. The individual who we stop, they find will they get arrested if they have a record or have a history or a warrant out on them. It's not. I'm not saying that all cops are perfect. That's not where I'm coming from. Because there are bad ones.